Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into the absolutely mind-blowing work of Dr. Joe Dispenza from his book, Becoming Supernatural. And it all starts with a pretty radical idea. What if you could literally heal yourself just with your thoughts?
So let's just jump right in with a pretty wild question. Is it possible that your memories, things that happened years ago, could actually be making you physically sick right here, right now?
And okay, let's flip that around. If the past can make you sick, what about the future? Could your imagination, just the act of thinking about a new reality, actually make you well?
To really get our heads around this, we're going to look at the incredible, true story of a woman named Anna. Her journey is, well, it's something else. And it really puts all of these ideas to the ultimate test.
So, Anna's life just completely unravels after her husband's suicide in 2007. And you can just imagine the immense stress, the trauma, and under all that weight, her body just started to break down. It was like a domino effect of one devastating diagnosis after another.
I mean, her world was just gone. She was living in constant pain, couldn't even walk without help, had zero energy or appetite. She was, for all intents and purposes, a prisoner of her own past, trapped in those memories and emotions.
So you have to wonder, right, what is actually going on inside her body on a biological level? How can thoughts and feelings do that? Well, the answer is pretty fascinating, and it's all about how our past literally becomes our biology.
Okay, this is the absolute key to understanding all of this. Every single time Anna replayed that trauma in her mind, her body, well, it couldn't tell the difference. It thought the horrible event was happening all over again, right then and there. So it fired off the exact same flood of stress hormones, day after day after day. And what that does is create this vicious cycle. You think a stressful thought, your brain makes stress chemicals which make you feel awful, and when you feel awful, guess what? You think more stressful thoughts. You get stuck. Your body can literally get addicted to those feelings of stress. And get this constant state can actually change which of your genes are turned on or off. That's a whole field called epigenetics.
Think of it like this. Anna's body was constantly in fight or flight mode. It was spending every last drop of energy dealing with an emergency from the past, an emergency that was only happening in her head. And when all your energy is going towards survival, there's absolutely nothing left for growth, for repair, for healing.
So, her doctors are offering treatments for the symptoms, right? But Anna had this realization that wasn't enough. She knew deep down that to really heal, she had to change from the inside out. And so she made a choice, a really powerful one.
And this is where Dr. Dispenza's formula comes in. It's actually pretty simple on the surface. You take a really clear intention, the what you want to create, and you combine it with an elevated emotion, the feeling of what it will be like when you have it. You're getting your brain and your heart on the same page, working together.
And let's be clear, this is way more than just positive thinking. We're talking about what he calls elevated emotions, things like gratitude, joy, love, real heartfelt feelings. And here's the trick. You have to feel them now, before you have any reason to. You have to feel them before the healing has actually happened.
So you can see this is a total paradigm shift. On one side, you're living by the past. Your outside world controls how you feel inside, and your biology is just stuck. But on the other side, you're creating the future. You use your feelings to send new signals to the world around you, and you actually start telling new genes to turn on, rewriting your biology. It's literally the difference between being a victim of your circumstances and becoming the creator of your life.
So, the big question is, what happened? What happened when Anna actually did this? When she sat down every single day and practiced feeling like a new person?
Honestly, the results were just mind-blowing. She made that firm choice, she stopped her conventional treatments, and she just committed to this inner work every day, teaching her body what her new future felt like. And when she finally went back to her doctors, the cancer was gone, her autoimmune conditions healed.
And you might be thinking, okay, that's one incredible story. But this isn't just a one-off. They've done scientific measurements at these workshops. They've done brain scans, and they can actually see people's brains changing. They go from being all chaotic and out of sync to becoming incredibly orderly and coherent. It's like the different parts of the brain suddenly start talking to each other and working as a single powerful team.
So Anna's story, it's just such a powerful example of what is possible, when we decide to stop letting our past define our future. And really, it's an invitation for every single one of us.
You know what's wild? Anna now says that getting all those diseases was the best thing that ever happened to her. How could that possibly be? Well, she says it's because it forced her to completely tear down her old self. And in doing that, she found out who she really was and what she was truly capable of.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. You have the power to break free. You are not doomed to repeat the biology of your past. And thanks to things like epigenetics, you're not even a victim of your genes. You really are the creator of your own reality.
And that really just leaves one last question for you to think about. Are you ready to become supernatural?